certainly no cause for comfort for Mario Draghi, these numbers, right?
Absolutely. So at 0.5, it's as you mentioned, it's still way below the ECB's target. But overall, I think if we look into the details a bit, I think it still fits broadly in line with the ECB story in that, okay, we had basically higher German inflation and weaker inflation in the peripheral countries. So Draghi might be able to again justify this as the sort of the price to pay of internal adjustments.
So we're expecting nothing from the ECB Thursday, but a little bit more rhetoric, i.e. they're poised to act if need be?
Exactly. I think Draghi has been making clear very much that for the ECB it's more the inflation expectations that are the relevant metric rather than, say, short-term fluctuations in HICP. So in that sense, he will again point out that basically the ECB still has a lot of tools left, i.e. Euro QE, but there will be nothing tangible on Thursday.
And is that enough to keep the market in line for the time being, under control for the time being? We saw the yield pop up just before. It's come back. The 10-year bond yield to 125 or thereabouts seems to be pretty steady there.
Well, if we take Draghi by his word and sort of if we take a careful look at inflation expectations which are priced in by the market, we can see that indeed so far the market is, or investors are believing in the ECB in that over the next years inflation expectations remain very much anchored after Draghi effectively put a floor under these in April. But of course, when we just look at bonds and also not only 10-year but 30-year yields and 5-year forwards, things like these, it seems really like the market is increasingly contemplating this Japanese scenario of very low yields for a very long time.
Yves Mersch, executive board member of the ECB, said over the weekend, look, not worried about deflation, but a long period of low inflation is what we need to be looking at here. I mean, it's nothing new. Is that what you're going with?
Well, for now it looks like it indeed. So deflation, I don't really buy into that story. Of course, it's a risk, but probability is in our view is only marginal. But I mean, Draghi himself said at one meeting that the lower the inflation stays low, the higher these risks become. So not only of deflation, but of other points. So I say if in 12 months' time we're still sitting at 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 HICP rates, I think then indeed will become a big problem for the ECB.